hope you guys are ready to see the easiest, most consistent comp that you can one trick, because I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off why you should play this comp, and it's not because the trait itself is really strong. It is quite strong, but the main reason is that you're not just looking for a single AP carry or a single tank. Like most other 4-cost comps, get to level 8 as soon as possible. You roll down looking for your single carry and your single tank, and if you don't hit, you're probably going to scrape a 3rd or a 4th and you just go again. Whereas with the Black Rose comps, and the reason why it's got flex in its name is it's very flexible with the carries and the tanks. And you can see this through the stats, so we're just going to take a look quickly if I've bookmarked all of these. So this is 5 Black Rose with Heimerdinger, and this is after the nerfs to Black Rose as well. Gold Plus, over 48,000 games already, and the patch has only been out 24 hours. 76% top 4 rate and a 27% win rate. So this is by far the strongest version of the comp. But if we take a look, say we don't hit Heimer on our roll down, but we find a lot of Silcos, this is a 71% top 4 rate and a 19.9% win rate. Still very good. But let's say we don't hit Silco either, we hit Zoe, which is the worst version of it. Still a 70% top 4 rate and a 16% win rate. So it's very flexible with its AP carries. And also, you can use Elise as an AP carry, put her at the back. So here we've got Elise 2 when she's got GG and Spirit Shojin on. Just to confirm, because obviously she could be a tank. 74% top 4 rate, 19% win rate. So regardless of who you're using as a carry, this is nearly every AP carry at 4 cost. You're bound to hit one of them. You're looking at a 70% top 4 rate or over if you manage the 2-star one. And for tanks, Mundo just got nerfed, still 70% top 4 rate with 5 Black Rose, and Garen 2.8, by far the strongest because this is played with the Visionary board. So the strongest version of it, if we just go to the team builder, what you're looking for in order is Elise. You need Elise regardless, so this is going to be the weak point of the comp. On your roll down, you really need an Elise. You can top 4 with Elise 1, but it is very difficult. You do want a 2-star Elise for sure. And then you want to roll down and either look for Heimer, Silco or Zoe in this priority order. If you find a Heimerdinger pair, then stop looking for Silco and Zoe, sell these, and then wait to 2-star Heimer. And likewise with your tanks, you're looking for Garen and Mundo in this order. So if you get Heimer, then you're looking for Garen. If you get Silco, then you're looking for Mundo because you get Dominator. And now we're going to go through the actual comps for each. So let's say we get Garen and Heimer, and then we can look for Black Rose. We can put in all of our Black Rose units. So, and we get rid of Mundo, get rid of Silco, and here we've got 5 Black Rose, we've got 2 Watcher, we've got Sorcerer, Emissary, you've got your main tank, and this is already very strong. But what you can also do is you put in Nunu, 3 Visionary, and then at 9 you put in Mouse. And that is the final comp. And this is the strongest version of the comp that you can play. Now, let's say you didn't hit that. So get rid of Heimer, Nunu, Garen. You've just got your Black Rose and you hit Silco. Instead, you can play Maud and use the Mundo as your main tank. Like that. And this is still very strong. I just had a game where I beat the Visionary version of the Black Rose comp with this. So they both cap very similarly. And likewise, if you don't get Silco and you get Zoe, which is the worst version, you can get rid of Silco and Mundo, and you can play another sorcerer such as Swain. So that gives you Form Swapper and 4 Sorcerer, and then you can main tank Elise. Key to this comp, especially for one tricking, is playing your strongest board to level 8 and rolling down and prioritizing any of those 4-cost AP carries and any of those 4-cost tanks of Garen, Elise and Mundo. And because you're looking for 3 tanks and 3 AP carries instead of 1 like the other comps do, you're bound to hit one of them. You're very unlikely to completely miss. It will happen. There's going to be a game where you're only going to see like Ambessa, Echo, Vi, things that you don't want. But the majority of games, you will be hitting this and you will be getting a top 4. Ridiculous how strong it is. And like I say, it's not really related to the trait itself. It's more related to the fact that each unit in the Black Rose trait activates a really good AP carry. So you've got Zoe with the blank for Sorcerer and Vladimir, and then you've got Silco, who's a Dominator with Cassiopeia, and you've got Visionary for Heimer, which is with the Morgana. So the trait itself is strong, and it did just get nerfed the damage and the armor and MR, but because it has so many matching traits with so many great AP carries and tanks, it doesn't really matter how many times it gets nerfed. This is going to be a strong comp. Just to prove it even more, if you go to the ranked leaderboards on Meta TFT, I don't know if any other site has this filter, but you can filter by current patch, and then you can also filter by people that force comps or like high flex comps. Really good if you're looking for like challenger players that one trick. If you're looking for a comp to one trick, this is what I do to make my guides. And then you add the filter of Forcer, and you can see this. He's ranked 43 global at the minute. He's forcing the Visionary board, it looks like. Let's see, yep, Black Rose Visionary, forcing it every single game. We go to another guy here. Looks like he's forcing it. Yeah, there's so many high rank players at the minute just abusing this 80% top 4 rate, just spamming Black Rose. So yeah, very, very strong. So now you know why you should play it and the overall thing that you're looking for. We're going to go through each stage of the game. So starting with early, mid, late, the level 8 roll down, which is really, really important. And then knowing when you're stable to go to level 9 to cap out the board. So for the early game, you want to be looking out for mainly Visionaries, Sorcerers, Watchers, and Sentinels. And the reason you want to look out for these 4 key traits is a lot of them overlap, so they blend well together and they set you up for a good mid-game and also a good transition. So you're going to be looking for, if you find Sorcerers, Zyra, Lux, and you can play Vladimir with another Watcher, because Vladimir's a Watcher and a Sorcerer, and then any of the other 1-cost Watchers. Or look out for Visionaries of Vex and Morgana. These are all 1-cost, so you should see them very, very early on. And you can pair them with Sentinels, because Rel is a Sentinel Visionary. It's really kind of trying to find a good opening start with an AP-focused early board with any of these triple trait units like Rel and Vladimir, who really help you set up for that mid-game, because then you can go into like Black Rose in the mid-game if you manage to find an early Cassiopeia, or you can go into Conqueror and Sentinels and build around that as well. But the main thing that I look out for are Lux and Zyra and Vex and Morg, because these 4 are all 1-cost, so you're more likely to 2-star them. And then based on which NEI 2-star, you then look for the complementary. So if you manage to 2-star Sorcerer, you're then going to look at building some Watchers and look out for Vladimir. Or you can pick Bruisers, really anything that you can 2-star early on, because you want to build a strong board. Like I say, if you don't manage to 2-star any of these, don't get a bad start, you should just lose streak, don't level up, stay where you are. But if you do manage to 2-star like at least 1 or 2 units, you should look to level up, or play your strongest board and try to win streak to preserve health. And it's going to be standard leveling throughout there. You're going to level up to 4 or 2-1 if you've got a strong board. If not, lose streak, don't level up. And then you're going to level up 5 just after the first carousel. Okay, so for the mid-game, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, as it's going to be the part of the game where you're doing the least. Most of your decisions are going to happen at the beginning to sort out your opening board, and then your level 8 roll down onwards are going to be where you make most of your decisions. So for the mid-game, just try to level up to 6 at 3-2 and 7 to between 3.5 and 4.1 whenever you can do it, and still have about 30 gold to roll with if you can do it at 3.5. And really just play around slotting in A units that complement your opening board. So for example, if you went with sorcerers, try to slot in 4 sorcerer, or you can even go like 4 watcher, and look at using like Lux, Nami, Cassio if you find a as your item holder in the back line, and then slot in whatever frontline units you can. Like I say, there isn't really too much you can go into at this stage of the game. If you're unsure on how to play around a standard comp, I do have a leveling guide which goes into a bit more detail. So if you are struggling with the early, mid and late game decisions to get to level 8, I'd check out that guide. I'll leave a link in the description below. And similar for visionaries, if you got a good visionary opening board, then you can look at slotting in Black Rose really early on with Nunu as your frontline visionary, and then Morgana as your backline item holder for either Heimer or Silco or Zoe. If you did lose streak up to stage 3-2, you should be leveling to 6 and then just do a slight roll down to try and 2-star some units, and ideally not lose a round throughout the rest of stage 3, as you're going to be way too low health to stabilize your board and go level 9. Just before we get into the late game, if you do find these guides helpful and you're not already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you did. I'd try to put out these guides like at least once every week or two, and people subscribing, liking, commenting really goes a long way to motivate that. Plus, if you've got any feedback on this guide in particular, as I've gone into a lot more detail than I normally do with my one-trick guides, just comment below. Also, if you do try out this comp, let me know if you do well, if you do bad, or if you have any other questions that I didn't cover. That'd be really cool. For your late game boards, you want to be leveling to 8 around 4.1 to 4.2 at the latest, because you are going to be contested by quite a few. As I said, it's going to be difficult for you to get completely contested out of all 3 of these AP carries or tanks. So, you know, if you want to wait until 4.3, 4.4, 4.5 in order to save up a bit more gold to roll with, you can do that. But the only worry with that is you may not hit Elise as the main worry, the roll down. So try to hit level 8 at 4.2 with at least like 40 gold to roll with. And you're going to roll down, look for Heimer, Silco, Zoe, Elise, Garen, Mundo. And once you've found a 2-star tank and an AP carry pair, or a 2-star AP carry and a pair tank, ideally you 2-star both, that would be amazing, but that's not going to happen every game. Ideally you want to 2-star at least one of them and have a pair of the other, and that is going to be your sign that you can econ back up to go level 9, unless you lost streaked massively up to this point and you have more gold to roll with. You can roll completely to 0 to try and find your entire board, but as I said, this is going to cap out and you're going to get first and second places based on you conserving your econ to go to level 9. Level 9 is very important as it activates a bunch of key traits, especially for this Heimerdinger one with 4 visionary. It will allow you to play Malzahar and LeBlanc at level 9. You may get lucky and find LeBlanc or Malz at level 8, but in order to pretty much guarantee you hit these units, you're going to need to go to level 9. So try not to overroll, know your board strength, and once you've got a 2-star tank or a 2-star AP carry, you should be good. See how strong the lobby is, play a couple of rounds. If you're still losing, roll a bit more. If not, level up to 9. And it's going to be like that for the rest of the comps as well, but the cap is a little bit different, as I said. So with the Silco board, manage to 2-star Silco or find the Mundo, you're going to be looking for Mordekaiser as your 4th Dominator with Mundo. And again, level 9 is going to be LeBlanc, Mord, the main 2 units that you're going to be looking for. And similar with Zoe, you don't need to worry about finding 2 5-cost units at level 9 with this Zoe comp, but it is the weakest out of the 3. And you're going to look for Swain as he gives Form Swapper plus 4 Sorcerer, but you will need to find LeBlanc as well on top of that. For itemization, the key point that you need to take away from this is you need to itemize your AP carries for all 3 units. So you want to build items that work on both Silco, Zoe and Heimer, because you want it to be as flexible as possible. You don't want to build the perfect items for Heimer because they're not the perfect items for Silco or Zoe. So to give you the best chance to get the best average placement, you want to itemize for all three. So it doesn't matter which one you hit, you have the best items for any of them. That doesn't mean the best items for them, it means the best items split across all three. And in order to do that, you need to know the stats for all three units. So here we've got Silco, and by far Spear of Shojin is the best mana generation item for him. We know that. And Nash's Tooth and JG is his best items for him. If we look at Zoe, we have the same thing, which is great. It means if we build these three items, it means that we are building the best in-slot items for both Zoe and Silco. The issue is, that isn't the case for Heimer. Heimer's best mana generation item is blue buff, by far, and the rest of the items are also scaling, but this is mainly skewed focused to the Sentinel build where the rounds go on for much longer. However, his best Spear of Shojin build is the exact same one as Silco and Zoe. So although this is not the best in slot items for Heimer, it still works. It still averages a 3.5, which is very, very good. Still has a top 4 rate of 69% and a win rate of 20%. So you're much better off itemizing Spear of Shojin, Nashers, and JG. That doesn't mean you need to hit all three of these items every time. You can still go any of these. They're still decent top 4 rates, decent win rates, but you should be focusing on Spear of Shojin rather than blue buff, because when you look at Zoe and Silco, blue buff is way down and you're averaging a 3.6 for Silco. If we look at Zoe, you're averaging again a 3.68, whereas with Heimer, with Spear of Shojin and the same build, it's a 3.5. So look to build Spear of Shojin plus AP items. Nash's Tooth and JG is by far the best items that you can build for this comp, and it lets you be flexible. If you build blue buff, you can put it on Silco, you can put it on Zoe, but it will drastically lower your average placement. As for the tanks, it really doesn't matter too much. Look at building anti-heal such as Sunfire and Ionic Spark, as they're two requirements for pretty much any comp out there. And that's about it. Just focus on your AP carry itemization, and whatever tank items you get, throw them on whichever tank you manage to 2-star first, whether that's Elise or Mundo or Garen, whoever. And finally for Augments, unfortunately the stats for Augments were removed as part of this set, so we can't actually look at the average placements of certain Augments along with certain comps. But these tier lists have been spawning up. These are created by challenger players, and there's a lot of great Augments in the S and A tier which will work really well with this comp. In the S tier we have things like Piercing Lotus, which will give the abilities critical strike chance, so you won't need to build JG. You can build something like Archangels or Hextech Gunblade. You have the Black Rose Crest. Isn't needed for this comp, but it will mean that you can hit 5 Black Rose without finding LeBlanc, as well as if you find a Black Rose emblem on the carousel, you can go 7 Black Rose as well, which is very strong. There is a Black Rose one at Prismatic, but it has been disabled. I'm not sure if they've re-enabled it yet. If they have, then great. Going to be a great augment for this one. We also have Void Caller. So if you do go the Heimerdinger build, this is really good, because you play 4 Visionaries and you'll be spawning a bunch of Voidlings. Other ones, if you do get an early Black Rose, then Forbidden Magic is really good. But if you're not actually playing Black Rose throughout the whole of the game, then maybe not so much this augment. However, into the A tier, we have some really good augments still, such as Epoch, as this will allow you to get to the level 8 quicker, and hopefully quicker than the rest of the other lobby. We also have Invested. You gain a bunch of gold, and you can kind of save up these rerolls, so that when you go to level 8, you can have a bunch of free rerolls and find the comp, because you don't need to rely on combat augments as much as you used to with a bunch of forecasts. This is strong and it does hold up on its own. That's not to say you want to get 3 econ augments, get to level 8 before everyone else, build your comp. You are going to lose out to someone that still hits their comp and gets 3 combat augments. Okay, so that covers pretty much everything that you need to know about the comp. Now I've put together a live gameplay video. I've cut out a lot of the dead air associated with the game and left just mainly the key decisions or any of the thought processes that go behind it. But it's a really great game which shows you like a good level 8 roll down. It's heavily contested. I think there's like 2 or 3 other players contesting in this game, yet we still managed to navigate it really well. So I think it's a great example to go through to really showcase how flexible this comp is. So yeah, feel free to stick around and watch that, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so we've got Sorcerer. We haven't got any frontline units, which isn't a great start. Got Scrap here, but don't really want it. We could slam Adaptive, but we'll see what we get on the next round. Not gonna do that. Probably take this. Or 1, 2, 3 might be good. Yeah, I think we'll take this. Oh. Sell this. Not exactly what we wanted. Okay, not a bad start. I doubt we're going to win streak too much, but we'll just try and preserve some health. There's no encounter this game, so no extra loot or anything like that. So we'll just try preserve health. We'll scout the lobby in a sec, see what everyone else is playing, and then just try and get to level 8. Here we're keeping the Visionary, but if we need to sell them to make interest, we'll do that. We've got 6 copies of Lux already. If I wasn't trying to prove a point with this one-trick guide, I'd probably look at forcing Luxira sorcerers. Oh, that is a Sork as well. So I think this is better. We are pretty strong now, I think. Let's see what he's playing. He looks like he might play... Yeah, looks like we're going to be contested, which doesn't surprise us. That's fine. We'll win this. So whilst we're waiting, what we're going to do is we're going to say Morgana and Vlad, Cassio, Lise, and LeBlanc. And then we're going to do Garen, Heimer, Silco. Where's Mundo? Mundo, like this. And that's going to be our team planner, because this is what we want, really. It's always good to take at least 1 econ augment if you can, because this comp is really contested. So what I think we want to do here is we're going to level up, because he's on a 5 streak, and I think we can beat him. So we can put in this like this. Yeah. And we'll probably sell the Luxes. Again, I don't feel good about it. I also don't want to make another adaptive. But it's okay. We don't have to. We're not forced to do anything right now. We should beat this. We'll probably sell this as well to make 40. Well, actually, are we going to... We might lose this, actually. He saves a lot of HP with this Darius. I think we should be okay. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh no, we lose. I should have slammed. Still level 640. He level 540. He kept his streak. He went down to 30 to do it though. High voltage is good. We'll do that. Don't want to slam a second adaptive. Actually, it might not be too bad. I kind of want to keep it for a mana generation item. We'll see. So yeah, he's definitely playing Black Rose. See how many people are going to contest us then. He's not. He is. He might be. He definitely is. He definitely is. Okay, so at least 4 of us going for Black Rose. How much is it to level 20? I thought we had... Oh yeah, we do have the Black Rose. This better? Yep, I think it is. We can make 50 here if we win, which we have an 82% chance apparently. Ult, please. Ult. That's good ult there from Star. Their sign's dead as he's back alive, although he's quite tanky. And we kill his streak. And he's level 730. So way less gold than us. This is huge for us. This is good. Okay, so we make 50. This guy who's contesting us is 30. So he's a lot poorer. We just hit. We can drop a sorcerer, but we don't really want to. So we're probably going Heimer now. So we definitely want the Gara and the Mundo. Probably not the Mundo, sorry. The Mouse. And this is the level 9 comp. Level to 8 at 4-2 probably. And we're just hoping that we can get at least 1 or 2 Elises. Okay, so we're going to roll next turn. We've got everything set up for what we need. We don't actually need this Nami yet. And we've got a bunch of stuff that isn't great, to be honest. But so our main tank that we want to find is Garen. If we don't find him, we can still pick up Mundo. So we'll keep Mundo just in case. We're not going to win this as he's... I don't know what he's playing actually. He's got a scrap emblem. But looks like he's doing Conqueror into a scrap board. It's going to be quite close. Yeah, we... Oh! These... That's huge. That's really good for us. Okay, we're going to have to do a quick roll down. And look for Heimer and all the rest of it. Gain 2 random 5 costs and 2 copies. I think we want a... There we go. Like this. That's really good, so we don't need you anymore. We could do with a Nunu.
This world is all I have. Good to the last drop.
We fight for those who
okay, this isn't bad. I say this isn't bad, this is quite good. We just want to get rid of this guy for... who do we want here? We want Nunu. So we've got Heimer pair. Might sell this Cass. Cass 1 and Cass 2, there's not really much of a difference. And we'll probably GS someone as well. Okay, nice. So we've got Heimer pair. And Garen pair. Like, as long as we hit 1 or 2 of these, we should be safe. And we still need LeBlanc as well. Okay, that's nice. So we've got Bruiser enabled. So positioning, we want to position Scion near their carry. So he's gone for the Dominator version. And he's managed to hit his carry. Which isn't good for us. So we'll look at rolling after those neutrals. Probably stick him here. He's also hit LeBlanc, has he? Or has he got a... Oh, he got a Black Rose Crest. Okay. Strong. The reason why we want to put him next to the carry is that he will get a shield once he spawns. So he takes a bit more damage and it buys the rest of the team a little bit more time. Just trying to think what we build with the rest of this team. Let me look at the best items for Timer. Oh, we're getting stuck on this Watcher. One more? No, we lose. That's a shame. We'll keep the adapt. In fact, these shouldn't be too bad. Let me see what the stats are saying. Adaptive, Shojin, 4.7. Yeah, it's not the best items for him, but we do need to slam something now, and we could probably just BT Elise for now. We just want to slam what we can because we're probably going to be struggling against some of these boars because we haven't 2-starred our tank or our carry. 50% more armor and magic resist. Do we just take it? No. Each time an ally dies, no. Gain 100% of the current mana. I don't even know if this is good, but we'll take it. Really need... Okay, that'll do. That will do. We're going to drop Swain for 4 Visionary. I think it's going to be better. I mean, if we hit Heimer 2, that is. He's hit Heimer 2. With 50 gold to spare. Are you joking me? That's crazy. Oh, what? And we still win? I think we just wait for him to die. We just go level 9. Like, now that I've seen this, like, this guy's going to die for sure. The sooner he dies, the better we're going to be. We do lose Sorcerer and Form Swapper, but we don't have Elise 2. And 10 AP is not better than 50% extra mana. Oh, that CC. Oh, these games are so close. Is he dead? Please die. Please die. Yes. Thank you. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. We should be able to hit now, surely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who was that? That cog guy. Thank you, friend. We literally can't take anything out, so we're not touching the roll button anymore. That's stun. What was that stun? Is that Rebel? Stunning us constantly. We're gonna lose this? It looks like we're gonna lose. Oh no, no, no. Oh! Oh! Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a top 4. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle. I think we got unlucky with the roll down. We just need to level to 9. He's hit Heimer 2 now, which is a pain. Still think we're a bit stronger. So again, he doesn't have LeBlanc either. Oh, this is the strong guy. Oh, if we win this though, he's level 850 though. He's level 850. We do have a good Anomoly. It seems to be doing well for us. Come on, Garen. Please. Oh, nice. These are close rounds. Like this. We should have moved Garen as well. Oh, we didn't fight him anyway, but... okay, let's see who wins this. Looks like we've got similar comps. I've got the Garen too. He doesn't. What anomaly does he have? Some crazy anomaly. Gain 25 mana each kill. Yeah. His anomaly beats ours. It's definitely better. And he's got scaling. He's just got better items there. 56 to level. I think we're level for the Dominator anyway. I think it's worth it. On roll. Why not? And then what do we want? Do we change? I think we do. Like this? I mean, it says we've got a 3% chance of winning, so doubt it's going to make too much of a difference, but yeah. I should have switched Heimer. It might have made a huge difference. I was too busy with the items. Okay. Okay. Look at this lobby. Oh my god. There we go. 5. This is really, really big for us. We should need at least 2 now, and we're pretty much set. Okay, so we're going to position. He's left side, he's left side, he's right side. So we're going to position this like this. Probably should have moved Nunu here, but didn't have time. Okay, and I'm wrong side for this guy. That was really bad. It was 2 out of 3 to get the other 2, so it's not a huge mistake. Plus, we're doing some work. Dominator. So it's got to be top 4. How are people not? Okay. Okay. Okay, top 4. And let's move this like this. We just need a lease. Nope. Okay. So no Elise to this game, it seems. Are we going to beat this guy? He's Rebel 7 with... Ooh, he's strong. So we're going to do this and then move this like this. I don't know if I moved it in time. So we want the Scion to go up here. 23% chance it says we've got a winner in this, so we'll soon see. Yeah, well, I mean, we've took a lot of damage already. The AoE's crazy, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, GG. Hopefully it's better than a... Okay, 3rd place. Not bad.